Hey, what is up, everyone? It is Thursday, February 8th, and this kind of like new direction I'm going with the YouTube channel is right now, what it's going to be now is I'll still have like overall reviews and stuff for the, long-term moves. I do like doing those type of like prediction videos and stuff like that. But one thing I'm going to start doing is the main thing I'm going to do is the goal is by the year is to double my account from what it is now. What it currently is now is just around $4,000, a little bit lower than that. So at the end of the year, the goal is to get it up to $8,000. And what I'll do is I'll also show my account statements, because what I do is I use AMP futures. And so I'll show you those, at least once, twice, 3 times a week, especially if there's been movement in it. And yes, hopefully the goal by the year I double my account. I do like the trading style I'm using right now. It's been a long time of combination and deleting things that didn't work, adding things that worked. And so 2 things I've always liked are pitchforks and Fibonacci extensions and retracements. So I've combined both of those. And so far it seems to be doing pretty well for me. So I think I found something that works. Of course, now that I say that, I'll probably figure out a way that it doesn't work for it. But right now it hasn't worked in the past couple of weeks really well. So I'll start off right now. Let me show you the let me turn, where is it, the highlighter on. All right, so here is the account statement from AMP futures. I'll make it even bigger here, so I'm not sure how well you can see that, but anyways, obviously I crossed on my address and account number, but anyway, that's my name, John Carthy. My first name is John, middle name is Evan, and this is just what a daily AMP sends one of these every single day to me. I also get one for an old Forex account, but I don't trade Forex anymore, but they used to send one, and they still send a monthly statement for them. But anyways, this is the AMP one. So anyone who says they trade live and, is trying to sell you something and they won't show you account statements, then they're liars. They don't trade live. Or if they do trade live, they lose money for it. And so that's why no one shows their account statements. But anyways, this is what it looks like. Just a bunch of garbage. I don't even know what all it means. It just shows my buys and sells for it, anything. But the main thing is down on the second page right here, this is the closing balance. So it does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the past 5 days for it. So that, as of yesterday, was my closing balance, $33,912.30. You see it's gone. It's gone up and down. So but if you hold something overnight, it'll count as a negative for you, and then obviously when you sell it, it'll come back to it. So that's why you'll see negative numbers, plenty of negative numbers on there from when I have my overnight trades, because although I love to make everything a day trade, it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes it ends up being a swing trade where I'll hold it for a couple days, not necessarily a couple weeks. Probably the longest trade I held something is maybe like 8 or 9 days, business days. But anyways, that's what it looks like. And this is the main thing that I highlighted down here. That's the overall account balance. So hopefully every single week, we keep seeing that go up. So that's what they look like. I know it's like a rare thing to see because no one ever shows theirs, but who cares, dude? I got less than $4,000 in my account. It's no big deal. All right, so yeah, so the trade I'm in right now, and this I'm just focused on the trades I'm in and trades I'm looking on. It is trades I'm looking at taking for the upcoming days. So right now it's in the Nasdaq market. And for the Nasdaq, I only get in at the extreme levels. I don't get in it right when it opens. And this is kind of like extreme level it's moved up to, just because their margins are like almost 3 times the size of the Russell 2000. Because I trade the SP 500, Russell 2000 futures, Dow Jones, Crude Oil, and the Nasdaq market. So what this is right here, this is 1 to 3 trade setups I use. This one is using the inside pitchfork, and what we look for, I'll delete some of this stuff to make it easier to see right here. What we look for it, for the inside pitchfork trade, is we have a low, we have a high, and then this low and the next low and the next high are inside points 1 and 2. So we have points 1, 2. I just use this white line to highlight it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and points 3 and 4 are within points 1 and 2. So once I get that, I take the inside pitchfork, put it on points 2, 3, and 4, and then the levels I have for it, I look for it's 1.5 and 5. So when the price breaks out right here of the teal line, then the original target is down here for being the red line. But it doesn't always just go down there and do that. So we have a couple of things in place for when it doesn't. So when it breaks out, there's the high to the low of when it broke out. And you see there's the close of where it broke out right there. And now, I'm sorry, I don't mean when it breaks out. It has to be when it closes on, it has to close either below or above the line, depending on which way I'm trading. So it closed below it right there. So that signaled you can go long right there. And then I take from points whatever the high of the move is down to the low, which is usually the entry bar low. But you can see this one wasn't. That was actually the low from point 3 right there. So we just draw the Fibonacci levels from right there to right there. And I use, for the retracements, I use the 23.6 and 50. And then for the extensions, the main ones is 0.146 is the one. But I also have the 1.4 and 4 in there as well. So when the price breaks out, and then if price comes back to the 23.6, we move the exit from the red line right here down to the 1.146. So you can see it pretty much was at the 23.6 when it broke out, so the exit would have been right here. That did not happen when it hit the 50. So when it hits the 50, then the next target we have is we move it to wherever the entry bar close was, and so it was right there. But as you can see, that didn't happen, so the price kept going up. So then when it hits the 1.146 the other way, we move the exit. In fact, I need to move this. We move the exit to the 23.6 line right there. So as you can see, I got in at the 1.44 just because if I'm going to get in at a level for Nasdaq, I want to get in at a real extreme level. And the major extreme level is all the way up here, 2.618. Doesn't necessarily go up there and hit that very often at all, but when it does, it creates a very profitable trade. So if it does go up there, no big deal. It's not a problem. Well, it stinks because I'll be down something, but it doesn't move the exit, even if it does go hit right there. So the exit is a 23.6% level right there. I always get out sooner than it. I mean, I'll probably get out somewhere like that, assuming I hold it the whole way. I mean, I'll probably chicken out when it gets down like around here for $200 profit and get out, but hey, that's all right. You see, I could have been just going back and forth, got out right there, back in up here, back out down there, because those has about $143 for it. But the goal is to hold it all the way down here, and that'd be a great trade right there. You're looking at over 10%. That'd be a 10% on my account right there if I do hold all the way down. But that's the goal, and that's why I like just getting in, especially for the Nasdaq, all the way up at this level. So that's what I'm in right now for the Nasdaq right there. I'm looking forward to a movement going back down. We can see that it is going in. I'll delete that too. I don't need that on there as well. It is in a slight uptrend right here. If we take it all the way, it kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Right there to about right there-ish. You can see it's at a nice uptrend right there. You can see from today, it just hit, I believe it hit the upper, no, it didn't even hit the extension high of the day. So it was just a pretty boring day for the Nasdaq, to be honest. There wasn't a whole lot going on for it. So that's it. Yeah, that's the Nasdaq trade. And then, so for some other trades I'm looking at, this is a lot of crap on here, but if the price came all the way down here, I'd look to get in. In fact, I'm going to delete this. I don't need all that right now. That's what I'm looking at. But the right now, another one I'm looking at for the S&P 500, we can see right here where, let's take this stuff off, where the price using, let's get rid of that and that right there. So then we have high, low. This is ABCD trade right here. So you know what? I was looking at this, but I'm not going to take it. It's too messed up. In fact, I just needed to get this off of there. So it was one I was looking at, but see the semaphores are messed up. I would like the orange one to be down there. And so rather than trying to force it in there, you know what? It's okay. I will look at it. So initially, it goes right there to right there. And then for the ABCD trade, you take the shift pitchfork and just go from points A, there's points B, there's point C right there. Let me just tag it so I memorize it. B, C, and D. So when price closes below the blue line right there and it's hit the 1.146, that means you can go short. And so the original exit was down here, the white line. But that did not obviously go down there and hit. So all we do is keep drawing that up until it hit the 23.6. So the exit now is 1.146. But that didn't happen, so then we hit the 50% level. Then the exit becomes the entry bar right there. You can see price did get somewhat close to it, but not. I mean, still a couple ticks away. 1, 2, 3, about 3 ticks away from it. It's a smaller move, so I don't consider this to be hit yet for it, because that's one thing I was looking at is maybe instead of keeping it at the entry bar, then you just keep it at the 1.146. But it didn't come down, and if it was a takeaway, I consider it done, but it's not. So what I look for, if price does come up here and hit the 1.46, I will look to short this one right here and that would be not that far. And take it down at around the 23.6. So $60 is decent for it. Get out, well before. Let's say get something like that, $65 for it. So that's what we look to see if price comes up here the other way. Next, we can take that a little bit higher to the 1.146. So I am looking to try to get short in that as well if price continues to move up. Russell 2000, there's really nothing going on in Russell 2000 right now. Which one? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I think all that stuff has been hit for an ABCD trade that I was looking for. There's one right there. Okay, we're on right now for an ABCD trade right here. See, there's the A, B, C, and then D is when it hit the 1.146 and closed above the blue line, which is it right there. So the original target, right now the target we do have for it is this white line up here. But if price comes down and hit the 23.6, that locks it into the move. Then the exit moves to the 1.146. But I'm not looking to get into right now. If hopefully the markets, they come down tomorrow, and if they do, that hopefully I'd film on Nasdaq. If I'm in the SP 500, if it goes up a little bit and then back down, that'd be great. And then I'd look to get in. I am a little bit more aggressive in the Russell 2000, but normally I don't get in at least till the 23.6. But I like to even go a little bit further to at least the 50%. To get in for it, just because the margin is about $650 to hold it for the overnight section, where the SP 500 is like around $1,200, and the Nasdaq is I think $1,650 for it. So that's why I'm a little bit more aggressive with contracts for the Russell. But yeah, so I'd love to see a down day, to be able to get myself in there. Let's see here. Yeah, I have an entry all the way down here for the Dow Jones. This is another ABCD, and then came back into the 23.6 there. So that leaves the target at the 1.146 right there. But looks like that may go up there and pop and get hit. But if not, and we get a big retracement back down, I'll look to get it down there. And last but not least, oil. There's nothing going on in oil that, the way I can trade it, at least for what I'm looking for. And you see oil just had a huge day today. This is a straight blowout day, because normally what happens when price hits the from previous days extension high or extension low, it usually stops it, and it didn't. It just went straight through it and actually used the top of it as support and just blew off. So today was a blowout day. That's happened, I don't know, maybe 10-15% of the time. And because normally when price hits that level, that's kind of the stopping point for the day. That's like the low. I mean, look at that right there. Here's it, hit it right off that low. That was the stopping point for that day. And then look at this day right here. Hit it. That's a stopping point for that day. And then even going into the next day, hit it. That was a stopping point. So we'll see at most maybe 15-20% of the time you get these blowout days, which I don't think is that high. It's normally within a previous day's high and low move. Let's see what this one looks like. So yeah, even hit it down there. That stopped it for the day. This one looks like it could be a blowout day right here. Let's see what it looks like. No, it stopped it. You see it stopped it right in there. Closed a little bit lower than it, but enough to keep it contained. So, probably once out of every 5 or 6 times it hits, you get a blowout day for it. So nothing in oil. Hopefully tomorrow something will pop up. But I do like seeing these extreme moves like this, because it does lead to other trading opportunities. Just have to be patient. And yeah, that's that. Long-term Bitcoin, it is doing what I predicted it to do, which was... We're definitely on the move for a 5-wave Elliott move. Here's 0, 1, 2. Gotta go here in a second. 0, 1, 2, 3. It's on the 4th. It's hit the 4th. So if it goes up here and it hits 54,475, that is in the then it's locked in as a 5-wave Elliott move, and it can go higher than that, but that's just what the lowest target I'm looking for it. You see it is squarely in this trend channel right here, and the one thing I was looking for when it's sitting out of the top of this trend channel, I think I did a video on this a while ago, is look for it to retrace, fill this gap down here. Now that may even go down to the low side for it. So far it's not looking like it, but it did go retrace, fill the gap, hit the 23.6 level, and look at that. That has been the support level for it. So we're looking for higher moves up until at least 54,475, and like I said, it can go higher, but that's the minimum target to look for the 5-wave Elliott move. So anyway, that's it for today. See you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.